You wake before dawn. No phone, no clock, just a faint gray light seeping under the horizon. You have no idea what number the hour is, and yet you know exactly when to rise. For most of human history, time had no numbers at all. Time was something you felt in the sky, the light, and your own hunger. Today you glance at a screen showing 0642. That precision is brand new. For over 200,000 years, your ancestors read a different kind of clock, the world itself. So how did people measure time before there was anything to measure it with? Start with the most obvious clock, the sun crossing the sky. Morning, high noon, evening, 3 coarse chunks of daylight marked by where the sun sat. But the sun is a lazy timekeeper. It only tells you rough halves of the day. So people watched shadows instead. Shadows shrink toward noon, then stretch long as evening comes. Plant a stick upright. Its shadow becomes a moving finger sweeping across the ground. That simple stick is the ancestor of every sundial ever built. The Egyptians formalized it. By around 1500 BCE, they used shadow clocks made of stone. They split daylight into 12 parts. That is where our 12-hour day quietly begins. But shadows fail you at night, and they vanish under cloud. So look up after dark. The night sky is a slow, spinning wheel. Stars rise and set in a fixed order, night after night, like a rotating dial. The Egyptians tracked certain bright stars to divide the darkness into hours. One star mattered most, Sirius, the brightest in the sky. When Sirius reappeared at dawn, the Nile was about to flood, a star that predicted a river. That single star told Egyptians when to plant and when to prepare. Time became survival. But the biggest natural clock hangs higher and slower, the moon. The moon swells and shrinks in a rhythm anyone can follow, about 29.5 days. Full to full is 1 month. The word month literally comes from moon. And here is a claim that stretches back further than any pyramid. Some archaeologists believe humans counted moons on bone tens of thousands of years ago. Take the Ishango bone, found in Central Africa, carved with rows of deliberate notches. Researcher Alexander Marshak argued such marks tracked lunar cycles, a pocket calendar in bone. Not everyone agrees, but the idea is haunting. A person by firelight, scratching the sky into a bone thousands of years before writing. But the sky clocks all share one flaw. What about time smaller than a day? You cannot tell the sun to show you 15 minutes, so people turn to flowing things. Fill a bowl with water. Let it drip out through a tiny hole at a steady pace. The falling water level marks the passing of time. This is the water clock. Egypt and Babylon used water clocks by around 1400 BCE. Finally, time worked in the dark. Later came sand. Turn the glass and a stream of sand pours through the narrow waist. An hourglass measures the same span every time. Portable, silent, unaffected by weather. Now here is the twist. All of these clocks disagreed with each other. An Egyptian daylight hour in summer was longer than one in winter. Their hours literally stretched and shrank. Because they split each day into 12, the length of an hour changed with the season. An hour was not a fixed amount of time. It was a fraction of daylight. So why did anyone need finer time at all? For most people, they didn't. Hunter-gatherers lived by tasks, not minutes. You worked until the job was done. Anthropologist James Sussman studied the Johonsi of the Kalahari and found time built around activity, not the clock. You didn't say 6 o'clock. You said when the shadows are short or after the hunt. Time was social. It lived in shared events, not on a dial. Precise time only became urgent when strangers had to coordinate. Cities, trade, temples. Priests needed rituals at exact moments. Merchants needed to meet. Now the hour had to mean the same to everyone. Then came the monasteries. Monks prayed at fixed hours, day and night. To wake for midnight prayer, they needed something that would ring on its own. By the 1300s, geared mechanical clocks appeared in European towers. These clocks marked equal hours, every hour finally the same length, summer or winter. And that changed you. Time stopped being a feeling and became a machine you obeyed. The sun rose whether you were ready or not. Now the bell decided. Think about your own morning. An alarm tears you from sleep at a number. Your ancestors woke to light warming their eyelids. You wake to a machine shouting a digit. They read time from a river, a shadow, a returning star. You read it from a glowing screen. Same sky, same sun. A completely different relationship with the passing of the day. So tomorrow, before you check the number, glance at the light. That is the oldest clock you own.